Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. My name is Maria and I'm an English teacher with 9 years of experience. I'm originally from Ukraine, and when the full-scale war broke out between Russia and Ukraine in 2022, many of my students were forced to leave the country and they moved to various places on earth, different European countries, UK, USA, Canada, some of them went to Australia as well. So I got the chance to compare the cultural differences and to hear lots of stories where some of my students were put in an uncomfortable situation just because of some cultural differences again, because of their tone of voice, because of the words that they were using. And today I want to share with you tips on how not to sound rude. So, how to avoid being rude? First thing first, again, it's not the words, it's the silence. It's very important how we treat silence in different cultures. Me being Ukrainian, I could say that silence makes me feel really comfortable. And if a stranger started talking to me, especially if we enter the same enclosed space like elevator, lift, or like somewhere on a hike, I see somebody else, I would feel uncomfortable if somebody started talking to me. I would feel really unsettling. At the same time, silence can be triggering and uncomfortable for some people from the USA, let's say. It's typically a normal thing to say when you're in an elevator or a lift. That's a great weather today, isn't it? Or stuff like that. Or say just hey and smile. So quick acknowledgement or quick line so both of the people feel safe in the USA. While in Ukraine, that would be weird. That would be really odd. So I mentioned smiling, and smile is also the big thing, the eye contact, the smiling. In Ukraine, you wouldn't smile at strangers, and you wouldn't, you would try to avoid eye contact, because if you're smiling and if you're looking, again, it's suspicious, it's creepy, it makes you feel unsafe. While in the USA, it's okay and it's normal to acknowledge the person. It's the basic social etiquette. You need to say hi and smile. You need to look a person in the eyes. So once again, if you're from Ukraine and you don't want to sound or seem rude, try to acknowledge people. Don't avoid eye contact. Don't have the stone cold face. Smile. Smile, because smiling makes you friendly and not that rude. And again, it's not only about the body and how you behave, it's also about the words that you use, of course. In Ukraine, we often say words like good and normal when we are describing something that we really like. Like somebody asked you, how was the hike? And you say, it was normal. And it means, yeah, it was cool. Everything was fine. While in the USA, the word normal maybe has not the same connotation and not the same shade of the meaning. And you would normally hear things like fantastic, excellent, amazing. Yeah, it was great, it was really cool, really nice. While in Ukraine, it's normal. And when somebody made you something like a dinner and they ask you, oh, so how does it taste? Do you enjoy it? And you would say, yeah, it's normal. Yeah, maybe that would be a bit rude. Maybe you would say better, oh, that's fantastic, thank you so much. Or I enjoyed it so much, thank you. So once again, some differences in the culture, some differences in the language. The way we accept compliments is very different. Maybe I'm not the only one, and all of my fellow Ukrainians might agree with me. When somebody compliments you and says like, you have really beautiful eyes, or oh, what a cute dress. And what Ukrainians normally answer is, oh, I thrifted it. Or maybe, really, I think I'm looking, or I think I look really fat in it. Or, oh, do you really like it? I feel like it's a really ugly color. So comments like this are typical in Ukrainian language, while if you say it to the person from the USA, they might feel uncomfortable because what do you answer after this? Like if you compliment somebody and they say, oh yeah, it's actually so bad and I hate it. So what else do they have to answer? Just accept the compliments. Don't deflect them, accept them, say, oh, that's very sweet, thank you so much. Oh, thank you, I like your top, or stuff like that. Forget about Ukrainian way of deflecting the compliments. Also, in Ukraine, we typically like to give short answers when somebody asks you, even in the supermarket, if they ask you, do you need a plastic bag or stuff like that, you typically say no, and that's it. Or when they ask you like some other questions, we also typically say yes, and that's it. But in English, this one-word answers, they might see a bit again too direct and too rude. You would normally better say, instead of no, no thank you, or instead of yes, yes please, and a smile. Don't forget to smile. If somebody asks you for a favor that you can't really do, you wouldn't say, no, I can't help you. You would normally say, I'm not sure I can make it, or I'll see what I can do, to make it sound more polite, less rude, less direct. The same thing works with understanding rejection. To be honest, one of my students also told me the story how she met an American guy, and they again had this conflict of cultures, like culture clash, because she was interested in him romantically and she was trying to let him know about that, and he actually also let her know that he's not interested. But she didn't really understand it because he didn't say no explicitly, and in Ukraine we're used to like yes, no, and that's it, everything is pretty clear. But he was a bit vague and he said, yeah, like we can see what it's gonna lead us to and stuff like that. So it's not really no, it's not really yes, but obviously it was no. So again, it's about how we understand rejection in other cultures and how we perceive what other people say to us without actually saying it to us. In Ukraine, we are more direct, while when you are abroad, you need to understand that not everything that you hear is actually what it is in real life. Some of my favorite phrases that Ukrainians say, these are the phrases like I want, I need, give me, and stuff like that. Of course, they are way too rude and they are way too direct. You would always change phrases like that into I'd like, or can I have, please, or could you, please. And actually, talking about being polite, I would tell you that in the USA, my student is currently there, and she told me also that she noticed that people don't ask you like, do you need any help? They normally say, did you need any help, in the past tense. So we are super indirect and we don't want to push a person at all, even in the questions that we are asking a person, even in very innocent questions. You want to be super polite and super friendly and don't seem pushy. So instead of do you need any help, it's okay to hear did you need any help, and it's not a grammar mistake. And last but not the least, it's the tone of voice. It's something that I've mentioned in the beginning of the video. We typically speak in Ukraine with really neutral voice, with kinda, well, for some people it might seem irritated and annoyed, but it's actually really neutral and calm, I would say. While in the USA, it's not as flat as here, it's more flowy. In Ukraine, if you ask a question like, how are you? It sounds okay, it sounds normal. But in the USA, maybe it's not enough melody to it, and maybe it really sounds like you're not really interested. So it's better to ask, hey, how are you? More melodic, more friendly. Or in Ukraine, we could say, sorry, And in England or in the USA, it's typically gonna sound like, I'm so sorry. So once again, your flat apology might sound that you don't really care. So you wanna make your apology sound as friendly and as apologetic as you can. Or the phrase like, you look nice today. Once again, it sounds really normal in Ukrainian, but in the USA you would probably say, oh, you look great today. Again, the stress and the passion, the energy, not as flat as in the Ukrainian language. So thank you for being with me till the end of the video. Where do you come from, and which kind of things do you say that might sound unfriendly or rude to people who are from other countries? See you in my next videos. Please leave your comments down below and have a good day. Bye!